What's good, YouTube? Flash Speaks back for another video, man. This is just a quick video, right? Because I think what happens is, as the channel kind of gets a little bit more exposure, and more people kind of tune in and maybe even subscribe, or maybe they don't subscribe, but they just kind of visit a lot because, we like to engage in this particular dialogue, but. I think everyone doesn't quite understand how it works around here, right? So this is just to inform you, and then if necessary to warn some of those who might need these types of warnings, right? Generally, what I like to do is speak mature sports talk, right? So if it's football, then it's mature football talk. If it's basketball, whether it's women's basketball, men's basketball, whatever the case may be, I prefer mature conversation, right? That's what I prefer. Now, there are sides of me that likes a good laugh, that likes a good joke, that likes comedic things. Anyone knows if I see something that's funny, I'm going to laugh at it. Like if it's good material, that type of thing. All right. Now, that being said, okay, I don't like for people to come in and kind of think that that's all the channel is, right? So, to a few of you guys out there who I'm not going to name yet, who just recently started coming in and commenting, right? And, when you come in and you do things like, especially like some of you Angel Reese haters, there's one in particular who I hope gets this message here. When you come in and you want to call Angel Reese, what's that, baby giraffe and all those types of things, right? What happens is, what I'll do, as you've probably experienced, right? And sometimes I'll actually entertain you for a second, right? Depending on my mood, right? When you do that, right, and I read the comment, you're immediately like on eggshells, right? So then you're subject to my particular mood, right? So maybe last night I was in the mood to like actually entertain the dumb shit, and I'm actually good at comebacks, right? I'm good at playing the dozens. So I'll win. So maybe then I'll go look at your channel. I'll see that you're just you're a cornball looking white guy, right? Who's just like a little bitch who looks like he's unemployed, or, you're a failed musician, or, you look like these are the things, that the impressions I get from you. So then I'll start making fun of you, right? All right, then if you come back with more insult, then I'll make fun of your mother, because I really don't care. Like, I'm the type of person that I would do that to your face, because once I'm starting to not really like you too much, I want you to do something, right? You know what I mean? So then you might get that, right? So, but at the time, it's no big deal. It's all just fun or whatever, right? But what you got to understand is it's all subjected to my mood. So when you come again with another comment, and you might come with the same type of nonsense, right? I might be in a bad mood, or in a mood where I don't really have time for that, and I might just immediately block without a warning. I try to give warnings, right? Usually before I block. Usually I give people all types of chances before I block, because I don't ever want to be the guy that just blocks immediately. That's not my personality. But it's still like a thing where, I don't always, like, you got to bring something of substance, to the dialogue, right? Because other than that, I don't really have time for it. Like, and I don't have a problem with if you bring to the dialogue criticism of Angel Reese or whatever, right? I'm not one of those Chicago Sky fans that believes Angel Reese is above criticism. I criticized it last night, and then I have to deal with Chicago Sky fans who think that that's a bad thing to do. But people got to understand about me is that I've never been the person to pander or do anything to please people. And I know that might bother people, but I learned a long time ago that you get nowhere in life with that, right? People are fickle. People are here one day, they're there one day. There's way too many people in the world to try to hope everyone is going to agree with you. So there's always going to be some that agree with you, some that don't, right? So I don't really, as Nas said, I have no game. Just some bitches understand my story. So I look at it like that, right? I really don't have no plot to this. There's none of that. It's just, I'm going to be me. And some people get it, some people don't. And that's fine, right? So, but what I'm saying to you, sir, is like you're on eggshells, basically, right? Because like I could go back and forth with that, right? I could go at Caitlin Clark in that way. If you notice, I don't like, but there is a lot of room with Caitlin Clark's appearance, to to talk about how she looks like everything from Mr. Ed to to Mel Gibson, and so like there's room to do that, right? But it's like me being at my age, right? And Caitlin Clark being at her age, I'm like kind of really old, literally old enough to be her father. I just wouldn't do that because I wouldn't like someone doing that with my daughter. You know what I mean? So I don't like kind of do that, and that way is really childish. So basically, what I'm saying is like, please refrain from doing that type of thing. If you want to criticize game or something, do that. But like, I'm going to like get rid of you eventually if you just continue to do that. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to just help you a little bit, because it's really it's stupid. No, nobody cares. Nobody believes Angel Reese is an ugly girl. She's not. It's stupid to even try to go down that route, especially the way you look, dog. Like you really shouldn't. You're really not in position to do that kind of thing, dude. All right, we don't want to start just going at you, okay? For real. So that's pretty much what I was gonna say about that. Anything else? Yeah, and then Chicago Sky fans, it's okay. All right, and just because I criticize Angel Reese's game, or the way she played yesterday, that doesn't mean I don't like Angel Reese. It also doesn't mean I'm helping CC fans out. See, because this is bigger than just CC fans versus us. Like that plays a part in it, but it's like greater than that for me, right? And though we're on the same side, you're not going to agree with everything I say, right? Other content creators not going to agree with everything I say, right? So that's already understood. And then for some of y'all that come into the comment section and you bring up other content creators, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, right? If you got something against Showtime or HD, you want to say something to them, integrity and manhood demands that you take it to them. You don't have to bring it to me. Me and those brothers are cool in a way where if we did have an issue, we would discuss it like men. We don't, do that. You know what I mean? And of course, we don't agree on everything, but that's okay. That's why it's a debate space. We all can debate stuff. You know what I mean? So come on, don't do that stuff, man. Stuff is weird, bruh. And but for those who come, man, welcome to the channel, man. I do like all participation. I do like all commentary, negative or otherwise. I really don't take this stuff personal a lot. Really, it might seem that way. What I try to do is just reciprocate. So if you bring a certain type of energy, I pretty much give that energy back. That's really the goal behind a lot of what I do. I don't really take a lot of stuff personal. It's not like you're, offending family of mine, or you're not like offending my religion or anything like that. So it's no big deal. I'm just saying, just try to be mature, fellas. You know what I mean? And ladies, that's all I ask. You know what I mean? So hopefully this helps. Peace out.